Namaskar, I'm Suruchi Das and you're watching Rhythm News. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has developed a reputation for making statements abroad that put India in a difficult position. His recent comments in Dallas, USA are just the latest in a series of remarks that appear to deliberately stir dissent within the nation. Connecting to it, Gandhi's admiration for China's manufacturing dominance comes across as yet another attempt to undermine India's achievements. He conveniently overlooks the fact that in China, citizens lack fundamental rights, including freedom of speech. If China's model is so admirable, does Rahul Gandhi envision a similar autocratic rule for India?
The West has an employment problem. India has an employment problem. But there are many countries in the world that don't really have an employment problem. China certainly doesn't have an employment problem.
Rahul Gandhi didn't stop at cultural misinterpretation. He praised China, claiming that there is no unemployment problem there, while criticizing India for its employment challenges. However, this statement shows how out of touch he is with reality. Or perhaps he's just being delusional. Since China's youth unemployment rate has recently skyrocketed to 21.3%. Furthermore, his assertion ignores the reality that Modi government and the Indian people have actively boycotted Chinese products. Festivals like Diwali, Holi, and even the use of Chinese-made Rakhis have seen a significant shift away from Chinese goods, reflecting a strong national sentiment against dependency on China. Rahul Gandhi's comments are not just misguided, they reflect a dangerous alignment with Chinese propaganda. Throughout his political career, especially during incidents like the Galwan standoff and Doklam, Gandhi and his Congress party have often stood against the Indian government, spinning false narratives that defame the country. During the Galwan incident, Congress leaders, including Rahul Gandhi, falsely claimed India's defeat, launching social media campaigns with hashtags like Surrender Narendra. These actions, seen as attempts to gain political power, have only served to benefit India's adversaries. In a further display of his misplaced priorities, Rahul Gandhi spoke about the importance of transparency in leadership, using the concept of Devta to illustrate this idea. He stated, Devta in India actually means a person whose internal feelings are exactly the same as his external expression, meaning he's completely transparent being. It does not mean God. Such a misleading interpretation of Hindu philosophy not only distorts a profound cultural concept, but also serves to undermine the richness of Indian heritage in the eyes of global audience. In a baffling and inflammatory statement, Rahul Gandhi claimed, I want Sikhs to be allowed to wear turbans, kada, and pray in gurudwaras. This remark is not only baseless, but also dangerously misleading. When have Sikhs ever been prevented from wearing their traditional turbans or kadas, or from visiting gurudwaras to pray? Such a statement not only distorts the reality but also seems to be a deliberate attempt to falsely portray that Sikhs are being oppressed in India. By making such irresponsible claims, Rahul Gandhi is not only misrepresenting the situation but also potentially inciting unnecessary tension within the Sikh community. While promoting transparency is commendable, Gandhi's inconsistent stance, especially when dealing with foreign powers like China, raises questions about his own transparency and loyalty towards India. As Rahul Gandhi continues to make such statements abroad, one must ask, is he truly representing the interests of India, or is he deliberately sowing seeds of discord? How much longer will India tolerate a leader who repeatedly undermines the nation on foreign soil?